So, if you don't know, I've been pretty mad over Super Saiyan for the most recent couple of weeks. And, well, this is kind of why. It's just a big video of explaining why I hate Super Saiyan and what it's become from the Namek Saga now. Let's get started on the first ever appearance of the Super Saiyan, the Namek Saga. I feel like we've all seen the scene, we all know what happened. Frieza blows Krillin up, and then Goku becomes enraged and becomes the legendary Super Saiyan that Frieza feared and destroyed the Saiyans for. Before it was retconned and it was told that Beerus was the one who told Frieza to destroy the Saiyans, but that's whatever. This is Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Super. We're gonna have to get into that much later. Anyways, so yeah, this was the first solid appearance. I'd say it makes sense, and it's a pretty 10 out of 10 scene. It's actually the most iconic Dragon Ball Z scene, at least in the top 10. So, yeah, pretty good introduction to Super Saiyan. Then we get into the Cell and Android saga where Gohan and Vegeta and even Trunks get Super Saiyan. And I'd say it honestly kind of makes sense. Getting forms out of just pure training is kind of a trend Vegeta follows later in the series. So, if Gohan could also get the form through training, and Trunks inherited it from his father, which seems much more reasonable because Gohan was born earlier than Trunks, and he could not have inherited Super Saiyan unless Goku went Super Saiyan in original Dragon Ball, which he didn't. Anyways, so yeah, I'd say all four current Super Saiyans make sense. Vegeta trained, Gohan trained, and Trunks might have trained for it, but he also might have inherited it from Vegeta. We don't really know yet. So honestly, yeah, I'd still say it's a pretty good use of Super Saiyan. 9.5 out of 10 if you ask me. Now the Buu Saga. Oh my god, the Buu Saga. This is where Super Saiyan kind of falls apart. There's a new Super Saiyan to the collection, Goten, and honestly, you could have just made the same Trunks argument that Goten inherited it from Goku, and that makes much more sense than Goten accidentally doing it while he was sparring with Chi-Chi. So fighting your mother is more traumatic than watching your friend blow up in front of you. Okay, Dragon Ball, I get your reasoning. But the whole Goten is now a Super Saiyan thing. He could have just obtained it through training with his mom. That kind of makes sense. But also, Goten got it while fighting his mom. So, or he could have also just inherited it from It's confusing, but he got it while training and sparring with Chi-Chi, aka his mom. So, basically, Super Saiyan kind of falls apart. And then there's the addition of Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 that I forgot to mention earlier. They kind of make it a lot more confusing, but they're both gotten from training, except for Gohan's case. He got Super Saiyan 2 by watching Android 16 give him his whole speech about nature and birds, and then Cell killed him. But anyways, this is where Super Saiyan kind of falls apart, as I said earlier, so 5 out of 10, and that's being generous. Now we reach Dragon Ball Super and Battle of Gods, and while there isn't a new Super Saiyan, unless you count that one weird scene where Videl turned Super Saiyan for a bit while doing the Super Saiyan God ritual. But anyways, speaking of Super Saiyan God, I really like Super Saiyan God. I like the transformation, I like the transformation name, I like the way that it looks in general, I like the power boost, I like basically Super Saiyan God in general. It just never got used again until the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was used for Battle of Gods, then just never returned again until Dragon Ball Super Broly and the Tournament of Power. So, honestly, that puts Dragon Ball Super down in my ratings a bit for introducing this cool new form and then not using it at all until, like, the end of the series. So, anyways, honestly, Battle of Gods, it doesn't really do much with Super Saiyan besides the whole Super Saiyan Gods is absorbed into Super Saiyan. And that I actually kind of find convenient and actually kind of cool. So, yeah, this is the first good Super Saiyan in a whole arc. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10, if you ask me. Now for ROF, or Revival of Frieza, or Resurrection of Frieza, or whatever you want to call it. I'm a bit mixed on how they use Super Saiyan. I like how they build on top of Super Saiyan God, because Super Saiyan God looks like base form, so why not have Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God? And then they made Super Saiyan Blue, or as it's called in Dragon Ball FighterZ, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. In fact, Goku even explains how it's just Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God. So it's literally just Super Saiyan God times 50. And yeah, it kind of fits the whole flame thing that Super Saiyan God's following. There's red flames, which are kind of weak, but then there's blue flames, which are actually really strong and burn a lot. So, with the next transformation coming up in the Tournament of Power, it still fits the flame thing. The flame theme. Yeah, this entire thing is unscripted and unedited, so yeah. And being 100% totally honest, I'd say they kinda didn't do Super Saiyan well. They didn't really use Super Saiyan itself all that much, or Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3. They just kind of put Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God, called it a day, and then made a lot of action figures and toys and episodes and movies. And yeah, that's why I'm a bit mixed, because like, I do like Super Saiyan Blue, and I do like how the concept is Super Saiyan stacked on top of Super Saiyan God. But also, I really don't like how it's used, because it replaces Super Saiyan God, and sometimes even Super Saiyan. What was I gonna say? Yeah, sometimes it replaces Super Saiyan God, and sometimes even Super Saiyan itself, the form that Super Saiyan Blue is based off of. And I just find it really crazy. Also, there's the whole, if Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God, then is there a Super Saiyan Blue 2 and a Super Saiyan Blue 3? Well, it could theoretically be possible. I don't ever see it happening at all, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm a bit mixed, so I'm just gonna have to rate it a 5 out of 10. Then we get the Universe 6 saga, which actually introduced Universe 6 Saiyans, and with Universe 6 Saiyans comes Universe 6 Super Saiyans, and for some reason Universe 6 Super Saiyans are extremely strong and make no logical sense. Kaba, the first Universe 6 Super Saiyan, got it by Vegeta threatening to destroy his home planet and teach him the ways of true Saiyan pride, if I recall correctly. And Kaba got Super Saiyan because he was really freaking mad or something. And, you know, I get it. It's kind of the whole rage thing, but those are threats. Those are threats. Those are threats. That isn't watching your friend blow up right in front of you. That isn't watching your best friend just get their head crushed right in front of you. That isn't going through vigorous amounts of trainings in order to get Super Saiyan. No, that's just a lot of death threats, basically. If we could obtain some sort of superhuman form in real life via threats like that, like, most of the Earth would be superhumans. So, honestly, I'd have to give it a 4.5 out of 10, leaning into 5, but it doesn't deserve to be put up there with the likes of the Resurrection of F. So, 4.5 out of 10. Now, the Goku Black, a.k.a. Zamasu, a.k.a. Future Trunks, a.k.a. Zero Mortal's Plan arc. Basically, we get a new Super Saiyan form, Super Saiyan Rose, and in the manga, Goku Black actually has regular Super Saiyans 1 and 2. So, yeah, he has Super Saiyan 1 and 2 because he stole Goku's body. He is basically Goku, so he has Super Saiyan 1 and 2, but not 3, God, or Blue. He does have Blue, but that's what Super Saiyan Rose is. It's just a more God-purified version of Super Saiyan Blue. And in the anime, it treats it like Goku Black's version of Super Saiyan and not Goku Black's version of Super Saiyan Blue like how it is in the manga, which is a bit weird. But Goku Black, yeah, I'd say he deserves Super Saiyan Rose. He's a god, and he has Goku's body, and he did a lot of training, just like Vegeta, so he gets Super Saiyan Rose. Yeah, Super Saiyan Rose is just pure god Super Saiyan Blue. And then there was Fused Zamasu, which kind of had Super Saiyan Rose powers in it, but I don't really know. Also, fun fact, did you know that Super Saiyan Blue was originally supposed to be Super Saiyan White, but then it would clash with Fused Zamasu and Zamasu's hair color, so they just made it blue. So yeah, that's a neat little Dragon Ball trivia fact for you. Then there's the Tournament of Power, which introduced more Universe 6 Super Saiyans. And, oh my god, I fucking hate Universe 6 Super Saiyan, how to get... Kaba, at least it made some sense. He got what's basically death threats to his entire freaking race. But, Kale and Caulifla... Kaba just went... So, there's just this sharp tingle in your back, and you just gotta focus all your energy into it. And then Kale got it first try. Actually, no, wait, not Kale. Caulifla got it first try. And then Kale was like, ah, man, I really want to do that. And so Kappa just starts insulting Kale. And Kale was like, man, I'm so mad. And then she turns into the legendary Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z Broly. And everybody's like, holy shit. And it's not even true if it is Super Saiyan or if it is legendary Super Saiyan or not, because it's just called Super Saiyan Berserker. I have never seen such an absence of legendary Super Saiyan in my life. But yeah, the way that they get it, it's just so dumb. 3 out of 10. Actually, nah. 1.9 out of 10, and that's being generous. Then we move on to Dragon Ball Super Broly, and I'd say, yeah, the way that Broly got Super Saiyan, it's pretty understandable. He saw his father's dead body while Frieza told him it was from a stray energy blast from the battle, which kind of implied it was Goku. So reasonably, Broly got super mad at Goku, turned Super Saiyan, and then he nearly killed Goku to the point where he and Vegeta had to retreat to learn the fusion dance from Piccolo. And they just left Frieza to deal with the fruits of his labor and get his ass kicked for like a solid hour and 30 minutes until they came back as perfect Gogeta, and then they beat the crap out of Broly. But they did have to go Super Saiyan Blue to beat Broly. Also, there's a new Super Saiyan form. It's kind of like Berserker Super Saiyan and also kind of like Legendary Super Saiyan. It's got the same hair color, but it's called Full Power Super Saiyan. I get that you're trying to replicate Dragon Ball Z Broly within Dragon Ball Super Broly, but might as well just keep the whole Legendary Super Saiyan thing. That's like the big selling point of Z Broly. So just keep it. Keep the Legendary Super Saiyan thing. It makes no sense for him to not be the Legendary Super Saiyan when that was his whole selling point for all the merchandise and movies and episodes and manga and anime. Just let him be the legendary Super Saiyan, guys. It's not even fair. Especially whenever you remember Kale was the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 6, and if Universe 6 and Universe 7 are twins, then there must be a legendary Super Saiyan in Universe 7, and seeing as how Broly, the original legendary Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Z Broly, was able to both withstand Frieza blowing up Planet Vegeta and save his own father from it, the Universe 7 legendary Super Saiyan's still out there, and it should be Broly. I'm so mad at this! So, yeah, for all those who just skipped to the end of the video, basically, Super Saiyan went from, I have to avenge my entire race and my friend, because this is the same dude who destroyed my race, and I must get vengeance for both me, Vegeta, and everyone, to, there's just this sharp feeling in your back, honestly. Just focus all your energy into that part, and, you'll turn blonde, get a 50 times power boost, it's nothing special. And it's a Super Saiyan bargain sale. Let me count up real quick. There's Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, Goten, Broly, Kaba, Kale, and Caulifla. There are 9 Super Saiyans so far. And that's not including fusions either. Or Goku Black. So, basically there's 9 Super Saiyans. And it sucks now. There's no meaning to rage-filled power and having to avenge your entire race, especially Universe 6. Saiyans are still there. They outgrown their tails and everything. Come on, bro. Just, no.